We are Steve and Jill.
Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. Steve and Jill here.
hello.
Welcome to the Land Academy Show, entertaining land investment talk. I'm Steve and Jack Butella.
And I'm Jill DeWitt, broadcasting from the Valley of the Cheese.
We're in Wisconsin today.
Yes, we are. You know what? And I'm looking for that chocolate cheese. I've had it. I know of it. I don't know where to find it, but I'm on a mission.
If anybody knows where to get this chocolate cheese, we'll be here for a while. Please let us know, or staff know, or put it in the YouTube or any way you can get to us.
Please tell me the home of the chocolate cheese, because it's so good.
Today, Jill and I are going to talk about learning how to run a business. This is, as I said yesterday, an integral part of what we do here. It takes up at least 50% of the time of what we talk about during Career Path, from people who have been running businesses their entire professional life and people who are brand new. I always learn something new and make those changes based on what goes on in Career Path. So there's a lot of Career Path talk right now because we're starting it back up. The next session is in October, and we just had the Career Path alumni call, which we have once every month.
Yeah.
Before we get into it, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the landinvestors.com online community. It's free, and I hope you know by now we have a full-blown printing company to send your offers to owners.com. It's called Offers to Owners, the number 2. We send out between 500,000 and 800,000 or 900,000 mailers a month on behalf of members and non-Land Academy members. So.
And ourselves.
Yeah, and they do our mail.
Yep.
Completely born out of our frustration, Jill and I, of having to deal with commercial printing companies that didn't understand mail merges or what we're doing or how we're doing this.
Or our urgency or how we're doing it.
Trying to sell us color printing when we know we don't need it.
Stuff like that.
Things like that.
Exactly. Matt wrote, hello all. I'm closing on my first piece of land and selling at retail value. Looking for advice on the best way to go about selling it. Should I get a real estate agent? Is there an inspection process I should go through before buying it? Soil test, see if something's available. Where is the best place to list it on the MLS? Is that more of the question there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm buying it for $7,000, and I think it's going to retail between $25,000 and $30,000. I often use flat fee listing companies when selling houses. Just haven't sold land yet, so I was considering an agent, as I'm not exactly sure what information I need to market it appropriately. You want me to go first?
Sure.
Okay. So, if you are not sure and you've not experienced with this, then I think getting an agent is stellar.
Me too.
You can do flat rate MLS postings just like you did in the past. There's companies like, I can't think of the one that we used to use out there, but I use like Broker Direct, MLS.com, because they cover all over the country, and they're a great service to help you put it up there. So the great thing about those companies, if you do a flat rate listing service, you're going through a title or going through a real estate agent, I should say, but they're not taking a commission. You're just paying them a fee to use them to get on the MLS. They're going to send you the forms, you fill them out. They're going to say how many pictures you want, what order you want, and they're just going to, spit it out there, not make it pretty or anything. They're going to do exactly what you tell them because they're just, the resource for you. But the flip side is, and now you're selling it yourself. You're taking all the phone calls, the emails, and everything like that. You're acting, on your own behalf. If you go get a real estate agent, I love that, especially when you're new to an area. Why not? And you know what, Matt? You've got the numbers to support it. Buying for $7,000, selling for $25,000 to $30,000. This price point, they'll either going to take a 10% commission, so it'd be like $2,500 to $3,000, or they'll have a dollar amount that they'll say, "Hey, I'll do it for you for, fill in the blank amount," because it's got to be worth their while. Either way, say they do the 10%, which a lot of land people do. I think it's worth it. Think about it. You're buying for $7,000, you're selling for $30,000. You do no work. They take $3,000. Okay, so now you're in it for $10,000, right? And you're gonna profit $20,000. And again, they'll take the photos. They'll pay for the photos. They do the drone shots. They take the phone calls. They manage the driving people around and the emails and so on.
I would absolutely. This is a really popular topic. Mm-hmm. This was the very beginning of this is the first question that Matt asked that sparked probably 20 answers in Discord from all different, and everybody, I think without exception, said you need to get a real estate agent here.
Yeah.
You need to get a land specific, very successful local real estate agent to tell you exactly how much it's going to sell for, what you need to do or not do, and pay that person well. To pay them 10%. You're going to buy for $7,000, sell for $30,000. You're going to end up paying that agent $3,000. Mm-hmm. It's totally worth it.
I'm sure people are going, whoa, 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 whoa. What happened to 3 or 6%? A little different with land and a little different with smaller numbers. That's why my best guys are 10% up to $100,000 sale price. To make it worth their while. I agree. And then over $100,000 sale price, then they rock it back to 6%.
But the amount of consulting and free advice, not free, but the advice that you're going to get, that the agent might come in and say, yeah, you think it's 25 or 30, I probably can get 60,000 for this. And then you would never have known that.
It's true.
When it's a good real estate agent, we never, ever regret it.
Yeah.
We only ever regret hiring the real estate agent that we hired because they blew a lot of smoke, which doesn't happen too much anymore because we have some experience, but they blow a lot of smoke in the beginning and the property doesn't sell.
And then they come to you and say, I guess we should reduce it. I'm like, I guess you should sell it. So, whole thing is, I'm paying you to sell the thing.
Today's topic, learning how to run a business. This is why you're listening. Jill and I spent the last 2 or 3 days driving through Nebraska and Iowa. Nothing but agriculture in every direction.
Yeah.
This month it's September.
Yeah.
The middle of September. So where there's leaves, they're changing. Harvest season is coming up, and all I had was questions because I knew nothing about this, nothing about agriculture. So I'm sitting in the passenger seat at half the time, researching how much is a bushel of corn, how much does it cost to make to grow it, is it subsidized, why is there so much corn, why are there soybeans? And then I see sporadic cattle, and I look up how much it costs. It costs $300 or $400 or $600, close to $600 to raise cattle throughout its lifespan, and you sell it for $1,600. Usually net $1,000 cattle. My numbers are probably off here, but that was the result of my research, knowing full well I know nothing. So then I start to think, well, 1,000 heads of cattle, I can buy land cheap. We know about how to do that. Mm-hmm. But what if I start doing this? What if we buy a ranch? What if I'm thinking to myself, and sometimes telling Jill when she puts up with it, why would I do this? Why would I ever go through a learning curve like that?
Pizza.
Well, no, why would I ever go through a learning curve when I don't know about it? What I would do is get to know, if I was serious about it, which I'm not, get to know, but I'm serious about buying land here. Get to know.
I would go to Cattle Academy.
Or no, what I would do is at this age is get a partner, and I would go to Cattle Academy if I knew there were people in there that knew how to raise cattle profitably.
Right.
And they were flying around in their own helicopters, and they're in that group to learn more. Mm-hmm. That's what Land Academy is. So if you don't know how to run a business, this is the topic now. You need to be hanging around people who have been successfully running businesses for a very, very long time. I don't care if it's a manufacturing business or a land, or, investment business, but that's what goes on in Career Path. And I'm not selling anything here. Every single time I talk to the people in Career Path, I find out something. Well, no, this is how we do our taxes, and this is, and we file this form, and this is the reason, and so I learn a lot. I would never start a cattle ranch without standing right next to somebody who's done it 42 times. And they're saying sentences like, yeah, you think this is going to work out, but this is how it goes. This is where we should get the water. I know this guy over here. We've had a long relationship. Yeah, we used to auction the cattle off when we were done. Now we do this. It just makes complete sense. So why would I go through that learning curve? And what I'm bringing to the table is ridiculously cheap land. So, or undervalued land, as I should say. So as far as learning how to run a business, please, and everybody who's listening to this either is running a business or wants to run a business, put yourself in front of people who already successfully run businesses.
This is a natural progression in Land Academy as you grow. We have a lot of people that come in with W-2 jobs, still working the W-2 jobs, doing this on the evenings, doing this on the weekends, getting up early, and they get to a point where they're making so much money and they can replace their own income, right? That's usually sometimes they replace their own income or sometimes they hire somebody, right? But there's a progression and a shift that happens. They're like, okay, I see it. now I can transition here. And then it starts to turn into a company, like you said, and it turns into a business, and it turns into, I can look at my taxes differently, and I gotta hire people, and it's really, you are running your own little business. Even if it's just you could be running a business with, you're the only employee, but you're still running a business. So that's one thing I want to think about. And that's, like you said, it is true. It's stuff that goes on all the time within our community. People don't realize that. They think Land Academy is, I'm just going to show you how to buy it, sell it, and let you just like, see ya. That's it. No. We're going to take you all the way to the end. We're going to help you make this as big as you want it to be. If you want to be like us, rolling around in an RV and, in the rain buying chocolate cheese. But you think it's great? Because like I do?
Don't be like us. Whatever you do.
I do. I clearly, when you get out here and you go like, I had no idea that I'm a land person. I just love it. You know what I mean?
Me too.
It's beautiful. I love this green grass. It's so fun. My second point is that some of our best people in Land Academy are former business owners. So you don't have to be that. Coming into Land Academy will help you grow into that. But, however, if you have experience running a business and all the trials and tribulations and things that you have to do to be successful running any kind of business, and you just have a hint of, I know there's money to be made in real estate, buying, selling this, whatever. I just don't understand the nuances about that product. Those are some of our best members. And, we welcome you. Especially, I love those too, because you bring something different.
Yes.
It makes me think of like Lori, our sweet member, Lori Phillips. Lori has so much executive experience from a prior lifetime, if you will. So she came to us learning what the heck is this buying and selling land thing. And then she could apply corporate America stuff, like I said, just some of her life experience to this and make it great. And I love it because then I learned something too.
Yeah, my second and final point on this is the title of this episode is Learning How to Run a Business. Mm-hmm. Now more than ever, you choose where you can learn. And learning how to run a business, that topic is plastered all over YouTube or the internet or wherever you get information. So
I didn't know that.
Learn from people that you can identify with somehow. There are, I'll tell you, there are probably 5 or 6, or there more and more tiny little pop-up shops here about how to learn to buy and sell land. Without exception, one exception is Jack Bosch, but everybody else has been a Land Academy member.
Yeah.
And if you really press people to ask them how many deals they've done, or when were you ask them when were you a Land Academy member?
That's a good one.
Maybe they'll lie, maybe they'll tell you the truth, but all I'm saying is,
wouldn't that be funny?
Please, just please have this thought. Whoever you're going to learn from, make sure that they have some experience. And make sure that you identify with them somehow. For us, we do really well with people who take this very seriously. Jill and I, we have a lot of long time loyal members that do incredibly well because they just fit. We all get along. We all seem to identify with each other and want to learn from each other, and not, most of the people out there that are learning to buy and sell land from other resources, maybe resources that have been educated at Land Academy, don't take it as seriously, I think. So if you are in one of those groups and you're like, this is not what I expected, it's because they're probably not taking it that seriously.
We'll help you.
So it's not just buying and selling land here, it's all this cumulative years and years of experience that we all have of running a business.
That's for sure. Including other kinds of businesses.
That's what all this gray hair is right here.
Yeah, exactly. Happy you could join us today. 5 days a week, you can find us here on the Land Academy Show.
Tomorrow, the episode of the Land Academy Show is called Jack's Career Path Alumni Advice. You are not alone in your real estate ambition. There's that career path thing.
Is this a career path week and I didn't know it?
No, it just ended up being that way.
Okay, got it. It's on our minds.
Again, we had this call. The monthly call was because there are more and more career path, diverse types of career path alumni. These calls are getting great. So
I was
asked to give some advice, which I'll share here tomorrow.
You know, it's funny. We only have 500 people that I keep it at Land Academy. The Career Path alumni group is even smaller.
Oh, geez.
Because we only do 3 a year.
I bet it's probably 40 people. What do you think?
A little more than 40. So, I mean, because we're on number 5.
Mm-hmm.
But
oh, sure. Okay.
Yeah, we're going into number 5 right now. So, but it's a really tight, solid group. Yeah, we've only done 4 of them. That's pretty cool. Thank you for tuning in. By the way, Jack and I are fully aware not everyone has a couple $100,000 lying around to buy property like we do. Not to worry. We are here and happy and ready and want to fund your deals. What the heck am I talking about? Go to landfunding.com, or you can go on one of our online communities, which is landinvesting.com, and you'll find a deal funding tab at the top. Either place will get you to the same thing. Or if you've got some great deal and you don't have the dough to get it done, submit it to me. I'll look at it, and if it looks great to me too, I'll be your bank. And we're happy to do that. And then even within Land Academy, there's millions of dollars. We have never had a deal. We just had someone put what was it, a buy for $3 million, sell for $8 million?
Yeah.
They got funded into the community. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So if you've got a great deal, you will find the money within our group. I promise.
We are Jack and Jill. Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.
We hope you find our content valuable and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.